Phil, there's three key areas in business that we can all focus on to get better and have more success. The first one is have a winning belief system. The second one is raise our damn prices, charge more. The third one is create a sense of urgency to get more stuff done. In this Q&AF, which is basically questions and answers format, we go over those three areas right there and give you guys a deep dive, some details, all these good tactical things on how you guys can do those three things so you guys can have more success in your guys' business. Here we go.
Welcome back to the show. Hopefully you guys are doing well out there, staying blessed and not too stressed and staying out of trouble. Chris, how you doing?
Good, man. I was just like laughing right now because you just hit the stop button. You're all like, nope. And then you re-recorded it. What was up with the intro thing?
Well, that's what's funny. It's like yeah, sometimes guys, when you're doing podcasting, like you think you're going to go with like an intro, but then you're like, that sounded kind of corny or something. I was like, nah, gotcha. let's just do another take on that. Yeah.
I'm good, man. I'm like huffing and puffing here because, today we had a baby appointment and, like praise God that like everything's good and stuff. It's 33 weeks. But I'm just like, it's been a long morning, man. Like hitting the gym super early, going to the doctor's appointment, rushing over here. We got to knock out like 8 podcasts. So yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Busy man. Just wait until that baby comes.
No, man. That's why I have you there. So you can be Uncle Eric and take care of him.
He's going to be asking me for a bunch of favors, guys. Watch this. I already see it. All right, let's jump into today's show, though. So today, guys, we're going to be doing another Q&AF format and series. So we've been doing these question and answer format series for a while now and gotten a good response. It's great to just answer, just real lifetime questions, just all around like business, life, overcoming adversity. I mean, mindset, there's a lot of stuff, right? Yeah. So guys, I encourage you guys to ask questions. Just email us at support@chrisericmartinez.com and just, put subject line like podcast question and drop your guys' question and we'll sit there and we'll answer it on one of these series. So, yeah, but other than that, before we get into the show, if you're new to the show, guys, we do have a fee for the show, and it's very simple. It's a value exchange. There's nothing with money or anything like that. Just if you guys could leave us a rating and review, if you found value in the show, that would be great. If you did not find value, then no worries. I'm sure that we'll show up and drop some value on another one. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Okay. Let's jump into this, guys. So I'm going to read off the first question because I cannot sit there and memorize these questions. So the first question is, Chris and Eric, I am an online coach and I often have a tendency to talk negatively to myself. What are some suggestions on how to talk more positively to myself and keep myself from not quitting? Okay, great question. You go ahead and tackle that.
You could tackle it.
You want me to tackle it?
Yeah, throw it back at you.
Okay, so we did this. We talked about this recently in one of our Monday Mind Growth sessions with our coaches and our students in our program. So every Monday, guys, in our accelerator program, we do what's called Get Your Mind Growth Right. And it's a session to, again, get your mind right, because if your mind isn't right, your business isn't going to be right. So it's a great way to, again, just like put the past behind you. Like if like you had a crappy week before, or you're having limiting beliefs, self-doubt, fear, uncertainty, all that stuff. It's a great way to set the intention for the week and play offense, not defense. Yeah. So I remember I talked about this for like 5 minutes. And it was just the importance of, talking positively to yourself. And it's interesting. I even just posted something on Instagram stories today about this, about like every morning when I get done with my morning routine, and this could be part of your answer to the person that asked this. So after my morning routine, reading the Bible, having coffee, journaling, and what's called praying and all that. You're gonna sneeze real quick.
That was gonna be loud.
So after I do that, like I literally I say some declarations and some positive words to myself, and I say, hey, I'm a winner. I'm gonna win today. I am special. I am destined for greatness. So right there, I'm already feeding like positive stuff into my subconscious, and even in my spirit to go out there and play offense and go serve and help people. Yeah. Because once we get going, guys, it's like game on. Like, I don't know, that's how I am. And I know you are, to where it's like, it's hard to just take a break and like self-reflect and like talk positive to yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I do. So then, again, you have to sit there and just come up with like, some form of just like declarations or words of affirmations for yourself that pump you up. Maybe that's, again, just having a morning routine dedicated to yourself. Maybe it's watching motivational, inspirational videos. But the way you have to do this too, guys, is this is what I taught my students, was you have to reframe the way you think about this. So instead of having, and this all goes back to your guys' is your thinking, your being, and your doing. This is what our Pastor Keith talks about. And most of it, it's the attitude part. So you have to sit there and talk to yourself and say, I can do attitude instead of I can't do attitude. I can win instead of I can't win.
Yeah.
I have a possible attitude instead of impossible. I have a prosperous mindset instead of a poverty mindset. I have a winning belief system, not a losing belief system. So right then and there, if you're identifying those things and you're talking those things and speaking those things into existence, I think that's going to help you so much as opposed to you not doing that. So that's my take on that.
No, that's really good. Honestly, like I don't think I could have come up with a better answer than that, to be honest. Like I don't have really anything to add to that. That was like really good. Nothing I could really say to that.
Yeah.
That's some pretty good value right there and some advice as far as that.
Cool.
Yeah. Go ahead and read number 2 and I can tackle this one.
Yeah. So number 2, guys, the second question is, Chris and Eric, I am struggling as an online coach to raise my prices. I just have this limiting belief that nobody would pay over $2,000 for my 12-week program. What are some tips to help me break past this?
So I'm struggling as an online coach to raise my prices. I just have a limiting belief that nobody would pay $2,000 for my 12-week program. I guess the first question I would ask is like, just why? Why do you not believe somebody will pay $2,000 for a 12-week program to be able to insert outcome, right? Mm-hmm. The outcome can be very tangible. Lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks. Mm-hmm. Lose 5 inches off your waist. Gain 3 to 5 pounds of muscle mass, right? Gain confidence, gain energy, gain peace of mind, gain longevity to sit there and play with your kids, to be able to gain, not to have doctor bills and doctor visits, right? For your health, right? To have better sex with your significant other, right? To have more confidence, to increase your social status. So I'm saying this for a reason why I'm putting this out there that way, because those are all of literally the outcomes and the benefits and the value that would equate past a $2,000 program, right? That what I just told you right now, that should equate to over $5,000 right there. Peace of mind, confidence, energy, tangible assets, increased social status, right? Increases in your marriage, increases in your career, all that stuff. You tell me right now that that's not worth $2,000 for 12 weeks. That is worth over $5,000. There's no price tag you can actually put on something like that. So I don't have some tips to like give you of like, do this, do that, like all these type of things. Like literally, I just gave you right there the answer of like what this is right here. If you can't believe in that, of the outcomes you're getting somebody with that and the carryover effects into their life, then you probably won't be able to charge that high premium. You're going to have to stick to something a little bit lower. So I hope that helps out.
Yeah, that's good. I agree with that. But I also think that like speaking to this person and to everybody else that has the same, it's a false belief pattern. It really is.
100% is.
Again, guys, I get it. Like they don't teach you guys this out of certification programs, out of universities. They don't teach you guys how to think bigger. And really, just know your guys' worth and value and raise your standards. They don't. And this is what Chris and I are trying to solve and bridge the gap with. But it's really just a limitation in your thinking when it comes to this. It really is. It's like if you think of like a big jar, you have a cap for that.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
And, what you're doing is you're just closing that cap and you're limiting that expansion.
Yeah.
And that's really what it comes down to is like you guys have to just like understand that it's like you guys are meant for so much more. You guys are great at what you guys do. You guys are important. You guys impact lives. You change lives. You prevent people from, preventative diseases. There's so many things that you do to where it's like, you just have to believe that. You have to see that and understand that it's like, man, like I solve all these issues. It's like, hell yes, I'm going to sit there and charge a high premium. Yeah. And if this person doesn't see the value in it, if I can't sit there and, convince them and just even like, educate them and inspire them to take action, then they're not the right fit. And it's okay. It's on to the next person because more people will. Yeah. And one last thing, there's most of the time too, it's people that have like a poverty and scarce mindset. And trust me, we've been there. We've had that, right? When we first started investing in ourselves, and you have to sit there and invest in yourself and pay like over $2,000 for like coaching or mentorship or something for you to break down those barriers and put that out into the universe. If you can't do that, how do you expect someone else to do that like on your stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's awesome. It really is. I would say just, I guess, the last tangible thing that this person can do, because I could have went that whole route and gave you guys all these things to do to like increase the offer and stuff like that. Bonuses, risk rewards, financial engineering. What's the roadmap and pathway to get there, right? With some scarcity, urgency, all that. But the number one thing you could do to really kind of like increase that price and have the confidence to be able to sell it is focus on the outcome. Just focus solely on the outcome of your ideal avatar, what their emotional pain points and emotional insecurities are, to solve that with the outcome. Make it tangible in those 12 weeks. And I promise you that will sit there and give you the confidence to be like, okay, I can charge $2,000 or more for a price tag. You know?
100%.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to number 3. All right.
Let's do it.
Chris and Eric, you often talk a lot about creating a sense of urgency in life and business. How do I find my sense of urgency, and what are some steps to take action? That's a good question.
Yeah. So how do I create more urgency?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great question, and we've talked about this on podcasts. We've talked about this on social media, to where it's just, you and I agree on this. That a lot of people, they don't have a sense of urgency. Thus, they think they have all the time in the world to get this done, build this business, create a great relationship, whatever you want to do, but you think that you have all the time in the world. And, God forbid, if you woke up the next day and you weren't here, right? And it's just, for us, we have a different lens because we lost our father at 17 years old, to where, we didn't know that was going to happen. We didn't know our mom was going to turn to alcohol. We didn't know she was going to lose her mom 3 months after she loses her husband. We didn't anticipate that. So for us, it's a different sense of urgency, because we had, traumatic experiences in our life. And I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I don't. But I think, though, if you don't create urgency, you don't set yourself a timeline, it's just, you have that mentality of just I can do it whenever, and it's selfish. It really is, because if you have God-given talents, you have a moral obligation to help and serve people. So for you to sit there on the sidelines and think I got all the time in the world, I can be selfish with not creating content. I don't have to have conversations. I don't have to create these programs. I don't have to go help and serve people. I don't have to pursue personal excellence for myself. It's selfish. It's why would you not want to get in the game and start playing now? Yeah. If it's a long game and you're trying to level up in this game. So I just think that you have to. There's got to be something that sparks you up, that creates a sense of urgency, or else you're not going to want to do it.
Yeah. I'll give you guys 2 things here. The first one is, I guess you can call this an action step, or, an exercise or prescription to be able to kind of find that sense of urgency. And again, I don't know if this is the right or wrong answer, right? But one of my mentors, his name was Philip McKernan. He was our personal growth mentor. We went to Colorado to him for a full day session to work on some stuff that we were dealing with, about 5 years ago. One of the things he told me was, your greatest gift lies next to your deepest wound. Okay. Mm-hmm. So your greatest gift lies next to your deepest wound. For us, our deepest wound was losing our father at 17. Okay. Our gift was to turn that around and inspire more people, right? From what we're doing right now. Okay. That is our sense of urgency. So for you, go back, I guess, to your past and figure out, what is that deepest wound that you have? Mm-hmm. Again, it could be a breakup. It could be a divorce. It could be losing a significant other. It could be a tragedy. It could be losing a business. I don't know, right? It's going to be dose dependent, but that is something I would say, start on there and figure that out, because that should be your leverage right there, your sense of urgency to use that fuel, right? Whatever that deep wound is, turn that into your gift, and then use some urgency with that. The second thing is, there's a quote that I just live by, right? It's Ben Franklin's quote, where it says, most men die at age 25. We just don't bury them until they're 75. That doesn't go just for men. That goes for men and women. Okay. So whether you're listening to this, you're a male or female, that goes for both you guys, both genders. And I just love that quote, because it's 100% true, right? Most people go about 25, 30 to pursue their goals, right? Life hits them with an adverse situation. People have kids, they get married, right? Life goes on, all that stuff. They'll sit there and they'll just completely quit on their goals, completely quit on their dreams. They won't have that urgency. They won't have that hunger. They won't have that aspiration to keep going forward and building and have personal excellence. So basically they die between 25 and 30. They just don't bury them until they're 75, because that's about, I guess, the average lifespan. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
I get you.
I like that, because I will never, ever have a day where I'm just man, I'm done. I'm dead, but I'm here walking on earth. There's absolutely no way. I love what Allen Iverson says too, that play every game like it's your last. I mean, I'd be lying if I sat here and said that I try to, basically live my every single day like it's my last, because I don't do that, right? Not every day, but about 90% of the time, I would say that I live every day like it's my last, because I go that hard, in business, in all areas of my life, because again, the sense of urgency, I don't know when my time is up. I don't know, so that's kind of my perspective on it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to unpack there, with the whole sense of urgency topic, but it's real. I just truly believe that, if you do create a sense of urgency, you're going to create more, resiliency. You're going to create more patience, more endurance. You're going to be more disciplined. You're going to be more focused. That's just my humble opinion and honest opinion, because I've seen it through myself. I've seen it with hundreds of people I've coached. You can tell the difference between certain people that have urgency and don't. So yeah, to this person that asked that question, great question, but you just have to figure out why am I waiting? There's never going to be a perfect time to start and do what you want to do.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. All right. That's three questions, huh?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Went quick.
Those are quick, but those are great questions, guys. Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. And again, submit those questions to our email, support@chrisericmartinez.com, and drop a question, guys. We'll answer it. But other than that, if you are a health and fitness coach, you guys are struggling with creating urgency, you're struggling with your winning belief system, and you guys, need some help with your guys' offer, raising your prices, all that stuff, guys, we're here to help you guys. So I would say book in a free 15-minute brainstorming call with us. Click the link below in the show notes, and we will chat with you guys. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys. Go out there, live a dynamic lifestyle. We're out.
All right, I hope you got some value from that Q&AF. Out of those 3 areas, you can apply those into your business to have more success. Now that you guys have the answers to those 3 areas, I want you guys to watch this video right here. 6 different ways you can build a 6-figure health and fitness coaching business.